What do you like eating when you're feeling a little down?
Brownies. I love brownies. Chocolate brownies. My sister would always make these brownies and she would let me eat them, and they sent some to me a little while ago and they were just fantastic.
Does it make you feel better?
Oh, absolutely. They're great. Sometimes I give them to other people who aren't feeling so good and they feel better too.
How often do you eat out?
Lately I've been eating out a lot, but I try not to eat out to save money.
What kind of places do you go to?
I like any kind of Asian food, and steak is good, but it's kind of expensive.
Why do you like these kinds of restaurants?
I like them because they're different. I like to cook, and the food is different from the things that I know how to make.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have one younger brother, and he's 16 years old.
How well do you get along with him?
Ooh, sometimes I get along better with him, depending on how much time we spend together.
Are you a spender or a saver?
I'm a very big spender.
Can you give examples?
Bags. I have a weakness for bags. I love designer bags, and when I see something in the shop which is on sale and it's half price and reduced, all my savings for the last 3 months would go on that item. So bags is a weakness. Bags, bags, bags.
Have you ever taken part in a charity event?
I have been a captain at the Relay for Life event in my home state in Kentucky, in America, and we raise money for cancer patients.
How much money did you raise?
I have raised $15,000 in total.
How do you get to work?
I take the subway every day. I take 2 trains. I live in Brooklyn. I take a train from Brooklyn to Washington Square, and then I switch to a train that takes me to Midtown Manhattan.
How long does it take?
It takes about 30 to 40 minutes.
What do you think is the best way to get around New York City?
I think subways are an excellent way to get around New York. They serve all 5 boroughs, and they're open 24 hours a day. So they're very convenient, and they don't get stuck in traffic.
Do you think women are better than men with young children, or do you think that's just a stereotype?
I think women they're more natural with young children. They have a natural ability with them. They're better at sort of knowing what they need, and perhaps knowing if they need hugs or food or things like that. And perhaps their manner is better with young children. I think men can do it, but perhaps it takes a bit more practice.
Some new research says that men talk just as much as women. Do you think that's true?
Definitely think that's true. I would say that I know men who talk more than women talk. Especially in my family, it's the men who do most of the talking, especially repeating the same story time and time again.
Do you think men and women talk about different things?
Yes, I think they do talk about different things. I think they have different interests, and so they will try and control the conversation to topics that interest them rather than everyone else.
Is there anything you've tried to learn but failed?
I've always wanted to learn to paint very well, but I have never been very good at it, so it's not my thing.
Have you stopped trying?
I still paint for fun, but I'm not very good, so I just do it for leisure activity.
Is there anything that people do with their phones that really annoys you?
Yeah, lots of things, but what really gets to me is when people are interacting with you but they're looking at the phone at the same time, or when you're having dinner, if they keep checking their phone, that bothers me.
Hi, I'm Julie, and this is New York City, my hometown. New York City is one of the most famous cities in the world and is often called the city that never sleeps. New York City is the biggest city in the United States. More than 8 million people live here, and every year millions of tourists come from around the world. The city is known for its shopping, museums, restaurants, skyscrapers, and entertainment. New York City may not be as well known for its charity work, but the people that live here are very generous. The city is host to a world-famous organization, Goodwill Industries, a charity that has been helping people in need for over 100 years. Today, there are Goodwill stores located all over New York City, but Goodwill Industries actually started in 1902 in Boston. The charity encouraged the rich to donate used goods to the poor. The first place the Goodwill's mission spread to was Brooklyn. In fact, Brooklyn was where the name Goodwill Industries was born. In 1922, the first Goodwill chapter was opened in Manhattan. Goodwill has become one of the most well-known thrift stores in New York City. Today, there are 14 Goodwill stores in the metro area, serving 100,000 people every year. This is the Goodwill store located on the Upper West Side of New York City. It's the first Goodwill boutique at a landmark brownstone. It opened in June 2013. This particular store offers stylish, quality clothing and small household items at affordable prices. Today, I'm meeting Brandy, a Goodwill staff member, to find out more about her work. Can you tell me what Goodwill does?
Goodwill is a 501c3 nonprofit that enables people to gain independence through the power of work. And what all of that means is that Goodwill facilitates people to gain employment. People who were maybe coming from an at-risk situation, youth services programs, a homeless program. Goodwill reaches out to that community and enables those people to find gainful employment that changes their lives. And basically what that means for us here is that everything we sell here in this store, that money goes back into the programs, goes to those outreach programs, and helps those people facilitate that transition to work.
Can you explain what you do in the shop?
Well, I'm the Upper West Side boutique manager for 72nd Street. And what I do here at the store, along with my employees, is we accept donations, we process donations, price and tag them, organize the store, and put everything out for customers to come in to purchase.
What kinds of things do people donate?
Well, people can donate a lot of different types of things. They will donate things like shoes, clothing, used electronics, pretty much anything that they want to clear their closets of, they'll bring to our boutique, and then we will recycle them and put them out on the floor.
What are some interesting things people have donated?
Some interesting things people have donated. We have had everything from a bedpan to a pair of $700 leather boots. So it really runs the gamut from inexpensive to high-end designer.
Where does the money you receive go?
Well, basically, the money that we receive goes 92 cents of every dollar back to the Goodwill mission. And that mission, again, is to enable people to gain independence through the power of work. That could be through our youth services programs, through programs that we're running through Goodwill Industries International, or through things like our retail store here on the 72nd Street.
Why did you decide to work for Goodwill?
Why did I decide to work for Goodwill? Well, I'm not going to lie. I actually love shopping and I love thrifting. Especially love finding things that have a designer look to them, but not a designer price. And Goodwill definitely has that. It allows you to have a beautiful wardrobe or a beautiful house without necessarily paying a not so beautiful price tag.
Have you ever bought anything for yourself here?
I absolutely have, probably too much, but things for myself here. I've bought shoes here, housewares. Really good. Goodwill has such a great selection, especially this location. We're really lucky we get beautiful donations here. So you can literally redecorate your entire house for the cost of what would have only been your curtains.
Mm-hmm. Today, Goodwill Industries is one of the nation's most recognized nonprofit organizations. They not only sell used goods, but also help people looking for jobs. In 2010, Goodwill served nearly 2.5 million people. Over the years, numerous Goodwill leaders have traveled the world spreading the vision of helping people. As a result, there are currently 165 Goodwill organizations in the US and Canada, with 13 Goodwill-affiliated organizations in other countries around the world. None of this would be possible without the help of its volunteers and the generosity of individuals donating money and goods to the charity. And even people like me, who love shopping for bargains.